Breaking news here on The Run. We have Doc Rivers finally saying he is out with the Clippers. They are out. That's the words they've used. The terminology is they are out. So no more Doc Rivers in the LA Clippers land, obviously, with what happened with their embarrassing elimination against the Denver Nuggets. I'll get your quick thoughts. AJ, Ray, which one of you guys wants to get your first picks at it?
Go ahead,
I'm disgusted, so AJ, you can go first.
So disgusted. You don't want to talk about it. No, honestly, it's. I'm not surprised. Honestly, like 7 years, man, in an organization, and you can't even make a conference finals, especially this year, man. I mean, with that kind of squad, like they were the heavy favorites by many to win it all. You're down 3-1 in the second round, not the conference finals, second round to the Nuggets. Sorry, you're up 3-1, and Denver already beat Utah when they were down 3-1. They should be exhausted. Denver should have been exhausted, right? Like, it shouldn't even come to that point. And you guys can't close it out, man. Like, fine, Game 5, fourth quarter, Kawhi had good numbers. Game 6, Kawhi had good numbers. What happened to Game 7, man? 2 points. 2 points in the whole second half from Kawhi Leonard. Paul George hitting the side of the backboard, right? You got to make adjustments at that point, man. At the end of the day, man, 3-1, it comes down to coaching. Who you put on the floor. Fine, Kawhi and Paul George are your guys. But what about the role players, man? Does Lou Williams need to get that many minutes? Where's Beverly doing? Beverly's fine. You're a defensive guy, but do you need to do all those antics? Like, let's stop trying to be a Dennis Rodman or Ron Artest for a second, and let's play real basketball here, right? Let's stop trying to flop and getting people's head and clapping, stuff like that. No, you're down 3-1. Man up. Put your suit on and go to work. And so at the end of the day, man, I'm not surprised. 0-8 Clippers, man, when it comes to elimination games, Doc couldn't get the job done, up 3-1. I'm not even surprised at all, man.
You know, this is the second time that this has happened to Doc Rivers down 3-1 and blowing a series like this. This is absolutely disgusting. It's embarrassing. I have never been so sure of an overrated coach in Doc Rivers. Every time Doc Rivers has won, he's had good teams. Let's be honest.
Sure.
Every single time Doc Rivers has won, he has had good teams. He has not proven to really be the type of coach like a Popovich, like a Eric Spoelstra. I mean, even the Thunder's coach did better with what he had. You know what I mean? Like, It's just Nick Nurse. You know, there's just too many examples of coaches who have not had the talent that Doc Rivers has had, and they were able to do more with what they had. You've got a team like that, like AJ said, and this is what you do?
Arguably.
It's embarrassing.
Sorry, go ahead. Go ahead, S.
I think you actually bring up an excellent point here. Look at the 2019 Toronto Raptors and look at what – people like to blame Kawhi Leonard for what happened here. He's not a vocal leader. He likes to lead by example. Okay, sure. If you like to lead by example, then who is that other vocal leader that you need? Is it going to be Paul George? Paul George clearly cannot be a vocal leader in that locker room because there are way too many hotheads in that locker room. AJ, you brought it up. Patrick Beverly is constantly trying to be this macho man that nobody needs in that locker room. Montrezl Harrell leaked information on 2 different occasions to the press about what was going on in the locker room. He did it in the midseason, and then he said it in the bubble saying that, there was turmoil in the locker room. So if you look at everything that the Clippers have been doing as an organization,
going on.
A lot of snitching, a lot of
snitches get snitch. Snitches get stitches, Montreal.
Talk about it. Exactly. And if you think about the Clippers in general, people look at them as this cursed organization. But I'm going to go ahead and say this. I think it's not that the Clippers are cursed. I think that they bring this upon themselves by thinking that they are already at that point. The Clippers thought they were in the conference finals when they were up 3-1. They were looking ahead before they even finished it.
Everybody
was.
I think we all did. We all were.
No, you're definitely right. You're definitely right. But as a competitor, as a person who's supposed to be focused on the game at hand, they lost. And they made sure that they lost in such an embarrassing way that you'd have to fire Doc Rivers. And I think you guys are right. You guys bring up excellent points. Doc Rivers should have been fired for all the horrible adjustments that he made in that series. Absolutely. Actually, all the no adjustments that he made in that series. He made none. It's embarrassing on the organization in general.
You know, we bring up past teams.
Yeah.
We bring up past
Yeah.
teams that Doc had.
Yeah.
He won with the Boston squad, right? With Kevin Garnett, Ray Allen,
Yeah.
and Paul
Right.
Pierce. I would argue that this squad is even better than that squad.
I agree.
And
On paper, for sure. Yeah.
you can't get it done. And up 3-1 against Denver, man. Like, there's just no excuse. I'm sorry, man. I love Doc. And, you know, Doc's a great individual. He speaks up for social justice, you know, does a lot for the Black Lives Matter movement, all that stuff. Great guy, man. But, you know, you got to show that same passion and energy on the court, and you got to use your brain. There's no excuse for being down 3-1 and losing in that manner and not making adjustments. Sorry, Doc, man.
You know, I'll say this, AJ. The really shocking thing about this as well is that this is a massive blemish on Kawhi Leonard's resume.
Mm-hmm.
You got to understand something right now. This guy's a winner. He's probably got the highest winning percentage. You know, we're talking as far as winning. It's Kawhi Leonard. He's been able to do that. You know, this guy comes to teams and he wins. You know, if he had, you know, got the job done here and was able to win a championship with the Clippers, you automatically have to put him in the conversation with Jordan, LeBron, and Kobe, because nobody's ever done that, going to one franchise in the Raptors and winning their first championship, then going to the Clippers and winning their first championship within the same back-to-back years.
I think putting him in that category may be a little bit too early, but I know what you're saying.
Really?
In terms of,
but why not? Because this is about winning, just like AJ said. This is about winning. So every time Kawhi Leonard has technically been in the finals, he has – if it wasn't for Zaza and that ankle injury, it would have won.
Right.
Let's be honest. So really, when has Kawhi Leonard ever really choked in the finals? He doesn't. But that Clippers jersey, I don't know if they're cursed. I don't know what it is. I thought that if anybody can stop it or reverse it, it's Kawhi.
Right. Yeah, that's true.
But we can't blame Doc for that particular point, Ray. Like
right.
Scoring 2 points in the second half is not on
Yeah,
Doc.
that's not Doc's fault.
Paul George hitting the side of the backboard isn't on Doc.
Okay, all right. Tread softly with that. Paul George.
What is on? Because honestly, like we're talking about Kawhi a lot, but you got to talk about Paul George here, right?
Listen, man, I haven't even worn Paul George's shoes in about a month now.
Protest.
It's been bad, man. All my basketball shoes is all Paul George. I got all Paul George's shoes. I can't even wear his shoes no more.
You ain't playing no basketball no more. That's for sure. Yo,
let her put up, burn up, put the video on Instagram. Man. People burn jerseys, burn shoes. Change it up, right?
All right. So I'll ask you guys this. Just as a way to finish off this segment. Do you think Doc Rivers, being a well-traveled coach, do you think he finds a job in some of the places that a lot of people have been talking about? Does he go to a Philly? Does he go to an Indiana? Does he go somewhere? Pelicans? Does he coach the Pelicans?
Yeah. I think he'll find a job. Definitely find
Good question. Good question.
I definitely think that Doc Rivers will find a job. It is a blemish on his record, no doubt about that. But is he still a good coach? I mean, yeah, he is. He's a good coach. I think he can lead a kind of a young squad to some victories. It's just, I think the Clippers are just cursed in a way. But to answer your question, he'll find a job, no problem at all. Where? That's tough. I mean, I would love for him to be in the Philly system. You know, I think him and Embiid and Simmons might make some magic in these. So if I had to pick one, I'd probably go with Philly.
So who do you guys feel would be a good fit for this Clippers team to coach this team?
I think Ty Lue.
Ty Lue, man. Yeah, I was just gonna say Ty Lue. Yeah.
Ty Lue's known. First of all, everybody talks about him like he's a player coach. Ty Lue is one of those guys that can really handle personalities well. You saw he had to deal with the whole LeBron-Kyrie debacle. He can pretty much deal with any type of personality on that Clippers team, whether it's a Patrick Beverley, whether it's a Montrezl Harrell, Kawhi Leonard, Paul George, whatever. I think Ty Lue is the only guy that could really do it, to be honest with you.
Really?
I would agree.
I was thinking Mark Jackson. You know,
I don't know how much they love him. I don't know how much people love him as a coach. Yeah,
you're right.
We'll see.
I just want to see Mark Jackson get a second chance to get back into the league and coach. You know, he's just been a guy that's been waiting in the sidelines for quite some time, waiting for his opportunity to get in. You know, he's just, he gives us absolutely legendary commentary. Mama, there goes that man. You know what I mean? And let's have this dance, So, it's just unfortunate. But again, you're right. Maybe Ty Lue might be the best fit for this Clippers team. Again, it feels like a rebuild all of a sudden because now, the coach is gone and you still got your two best players, but you just literally given away all your picks.
You ain't got them for long. You ain't got them for long.
The future's just not looking good.
Kawhi for one more year.
Then
Paul
an
George for one more year.
Oh, my God.
It could all be for nothing if they don't win next year. It could all potentially be for nothing. Guys, this was a blast talking about Doc Rivers and what we could potentially see with what happened. We'll see. We'll be updating the news on True Sports TV. You guys can check out our Instagram. If any new updates come on, we'll be right at it. All right. Take care, AJ. Take care, Ray. Thank you very much.
All right. Take care.